back to another episode of Dark and Bright Days, episode 9, digital currency. I hope everybody had a safe and blessed weekend, and I hope that you continue to stay safe and blessed. But on this episode, we're going to talk about digital currency, and I want to dive right off into it. I know over the years, if you've been paying close attention, they've slowly been inching us towards a cashless society. You know, they want to take it to where they want to make it to where there won't be no more physical money, only on a card, and the card will probably be issued by the government, just like a state ID card or a social security card or something like that. Me personally, I don't agree with no digital currency, because technically you don't have no control over your own money, and furthermore, with it being digital, you really don't have no money, because the government.
To be very clear that we shouldn't think of this as digital cash by any means. Cash is probably one of the most private, if not the most private options that we have. A CBDC is not going to offer that same level of protection because of the way it's set up, being on a digital database.
Because the government can shut it off, they can turn it on, they can do whatever they want to do with it. And me personally, I'm not with it.
The point, too, because if you overstep perhaps your monthly carbon footprint,
right,
or if you say something that the government doesn't like, you engage in wrongthink, they'll be able to turn off your access to your own money. So you will not be able to buy or sell anything. This is what I mean about how dangerous it is.
You're shut out of the economy if you're a
You
wrong
are shut out of the economy. And, of course, it's all subjective, and it will all be in the hands of these Marxists, right? And so you and I won't be able to buy anything. This is why it's so dangerous, because this spells the end of your economic freedom.
So when Biden took office, he ordered the Secretary of Department under Secretary Yellen to begin a program to study how digital currency would affect the economy and the average American. And not only is the United States doing this, there's pretty much a mass movement towards this digital currency.
Of CBDC, who's for it, who's against it. According to AtlanticCouncil.org, in May 2020, only 35 countries were considering a CBDC. Today, 114 countries are exploring CBDC, equal to 95% of the global GDP. Currently, 60 countries are in the advanced phases of exploring their own CBDC, while in the last 2 years, 11 countries have already launched their own currency into full operations. We're talking Nigeria, Bahamas, Anguilla, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, Montserrat, St. Vincent, St. Kitts, Nevis, and most recently Jamaica. Now, obviously, these are all small countries. They don't have high GDPs, but G7 economies have now entered the development stage of CBDC, and China's pilot is set to be rolled out to most of the country sometime this year. And on top of that, 18 of the G20 countries are now in the advanced stages of CBDC development, and nearly every G20 country has invested a significant amount of time and resources into these projects over the past 6 months. So obviously, we're far along. This isn't something that they're just kind of playing around with. But what do you think? You think it's a good idea or a bad idea? Here's what they're saying the pros and the cons are. Pros: increase payment efficiency, complement current forms of money and financial services, deter criminal activity, improve international payment options, potentially reduce net transaction costs, benefiting lower income households. So now here are the cons. Overhauling the current financial system could create instability, the effectiveness of monetary policy may deteriorate, operational difficulties, cybersecurity risks, and last but not least, privacy, as there's a loss of ability to transact anonymously. So let's talk about that one. Anonymously. Do you like to be anonymous for what you're purchasing? What if I ask you right now, you go to your job and I'm the boss, I'm trying to hire you for a job, and I say, hi, before we consider you as an employee, could you please submit all your credit card and your expenditure on what you've spent the last 90 days or 6 months? We'd like to see what your buying habits are. What would you say to me? Actually, what would you say to me? Are you not upset right now or offended right now? You'd say, who the hell are you to ask me a question like that? You know, when was the last time somebody asked you where they tracked everything you bought? You were probably 17 years old and you were using mommy or daddy's credit card and they tracked every one of your purchases. Why? Because you were a kid. So let me get this straight, U.S. government. I'm 44 years old, a grown man of 4 kids, and you get to see everything I buy, invest in.
You know. So basically, if they do move forward with this digital currency, your physical money won't be no good no more. It'll be converted over to software, you know. And basically, you know, if it get converted over to software, which it will, once they get it how they want it, and we don't fight against this, and they go ahead forward with it, like we don't gave up everything. Once we lose our ability to control our money, you know, they move forward with it. They're just like giving somebody the ability to just click a button and shut your finances off. And me personally, I don't agree with it. You know, anything could upset the government when it comes to you and this digital currency that they're trying to move towards. And then they will have the ability to just basically, you know, take you out the game, you know, financially.
Right after FTX's collapse, every major bank in this country announced a new partnership with the New York Fed to establish a new digital currency. Oh, digital currency, the one they can regulate and control. Citigroup, Wells Fargo, MasterCard, HSBC, all working on a 12-week digital dollar pilot. So what does this mean long term? Well, if they have control of your money because it's digital, you can't stash it under your bed. If they don't like what you say, they can turn it off and you're impoverished. In other words, this whole thing is a bigger scam even than it seems, and it was made possible by political sloganeering. And Sam Bankman-Fried, if nothing else, is not stupid, and he knows that well. In other words, if you suspected all of this was a scam, all the moral posturing, all the lectures you get about how they're great and you're bad, this was all a way to blind you to the fact that there was a massive ripoff going on, you might be on the right track.
And just think about, you know, what you earned, you know, if you're receiving a check every month or every week or every other week, and you went out and you work hard for your money, and then the government can turn and take that from you. But, you know, you remember earlier on my early episode, I can't remember which one it was, I was telling you guys that they that the World Economic Forum, whose head leader, or one of the head leaders, I should say, is Klaus Schwab. You know, I told you that they said that they willing to fix it to where we won't own nothing and we'll be happy. So I guess it's going to be a part of it, because I don't see how you can go out and work for your money and then they can have control over it. You know, because with that, they'll have the ability to shut your money off. And not only that, your money will have an expiration date on it.
Very likely to have an expiration date. A CBDC in China has expiration dates, and it serves as an encouragement for consumers, for users to use it. Essentially, it will be use or lose it type situation. As you might already know, expiration dates would make it virtually impossible for you to save your digital currency for future use. It will become worthless on a date that is defined by its issuer.
And so it's just like, if I got some physical money, I can keep that 20 in my pocket for however long I want to hold it in my pocket, and it won't expire. But the government, if they get this this digital currency, they'll have that ability to do that, and I think that's giving them too much power, you know. So this is basically a move towards a China CCP styled social credit system. You know, they have that going on already over in China. You know, so whatever they, you know, it's like they got a social credit score. You know, so if you decide you want to voice your opinion or stand up against the government, your social credit score will then drop, and then you'll be restricted to what you can spend, what you will get. You know, it's too much power. That's too much power.
Everybody's talking about CBDC, central bank digital currency. Some are saying it's a great idea.
You know, my question is, in that similar vein, what would make a well-designed CBDC system that helps overcome some of these existing issues that we have seen with banks and with just the delivery of stimulus checks.
Some are saying it's a horrible idea.
Are you interested in giving these economic central planners more power over our economy, more power over your daily life and your economic activity? And I answer that question, HE double hockey sticks, no.
Who's right? All right, so if you get value from this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it. What is CBDC? The easiest way to explain it is, think about Bitcoin, right? It's a decentralized currency that's used, but it's decentralized. No one's regulating it. No one knows who owns it. Now imagine if a Bitcoin currency is created, but it's controlled and regulated by the government. That's CBDC.
You know, it ain't like Bitcoin, you know. It's not like that, you know. Bitcoin, you know, it's a technology for freedom versus digital currencies. Digital currency is a technology for control because it will be then ran by the government. And that's something that I don't think nobody should be in agreement with. In my opinion, I just don't think nobody should be in agreement with that. You know, like the difference in this is, you know, I can take this $5 bill and I can spend it, you know, however I want. Right? This physical currency, it's physical money. I can take this. I can hold it in my pocket for however long, for however I want. I can spend it wherever I want, however I want. And this is called basically your personal life right here, you know. Only I would know where this money would go. No matter how I spend it, I will only know that, you know. And with digital currency, you just won't have that freedom anymore to do that. You won't be able to go out and, you know, spend your money, you know, and that be between you and who you spent your money with. The government gonna be all up in your business, you know. And then, you know, just think about if you pissed them off. You made the government mad, and then, you know, I told you they was coming with this insect-based meat, you know, mostly crickets, but it's other stuff. I now do another show on that later on down the road, you know, when I told you that they, you know, they're saying that meat is bad for the environment. They keep talking about this climate control shit. You know what I'm saying? And basically, to me, from what I've researched and from what I've, and the knowledge I've obtained and the factual information that I've also obtained, you know, it just let me know that they're using all this stuff, mainly the climate, to control us. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna say it like this right here. If the earth is falling apart and the climate is getting bad and it's like how they say it is, then ain't nothing you can do to stop God. You can stop eating all the meat all you want. It ain't gonna do nothing to stop God. But you remember I was telling you about, they were trying to say this is bad for the environment, so they want us to start eating insect-based meat. And just think about this. Now, you're gonna still have the option to buy real meat, but the real meat gonna be so doggone high to where you're gonna look at the plant-based meat, not the plant-based meat, but the insect-based meat, and you're gonna be like, I don't want that. I'll get the high meat. But then, you know, that hardship day might come to where, you know, you might have this insect-based meat sitting over there looking like real meat, but it really ain't. You know, you're looking at this and it's $3.99 for 2 pounds of this shit, or $3.99 for 4 pounds or whatnot. Then you look over at the real meat, and they got it sitting up there at $30 a pound for some real meat. And all you got in your pocket is a few dollars, $20 maybe. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you know, now with the prices is basically gonna be, you know, with this digital currency that I'm mainly, you know, speaking about. And say you do got the money to buy, you know, to make your choices and keep doing that. And then the government keep looking at this and they're noticing that you're not buying the meat that they want you to buy. So now you got this digital currency, you got this government issued card, or probably gonna be an app on your phone. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna try to incorporate it some kind of way. But if you're not buying this insect-based meat, then they'll have the ability to cut off what you purchase, how you purchase. You feel me? Like they'll have the ability to make it to where you can't buy nothing but what they want you to buy.
You buy a stick of gum, the government will know. You buy a new car, the government will know. Oh, you bought the wrong car. You didn't buy an EV. Now you're going to get penalized.
Who want to live like that, man? I do not, in my personal opinion. I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling the government, man, when they be on all that, trying to tell you what you can and can't do, trying to tell you what you can and can't say. I just ain't with all this shit, man. And it's getting a little bit too aggressive now, to the point to where we're gonna have to stand up and fight. Like, it's just the bottom line. We're gonna have to stand up and fight. And I know it's a lot of cowards out there that's just gonna follow suit. And you guys, you scary cowards, are the ones that's keeping everybody in society stuck. You know, you got those scary cowards within society. Then within the black community, we got these other cowards. You know, we got the ones that's gangster when it come to, you know, their own kind, us, one another. But then when we need them to suit up and boot up and let's go fight a real situation, we can't find out one black man that want to do. It's all type of problems we got going on in our community, man, and within society. Can't even go to damn Walmart now. Because when you go in Walmart, you got all these foreign people over. All these people, ain't none of them talk. I had one day walk up to me. It was this female, and she had like this young guy with her and a couple other females and some kids. She walk up to me. I'm in Walmart, minding my damn business. I'm looking for something to clean, you know, my office with. And she comes up to me talking a whole fucking other language, like I'm in her country. I don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then she gonna throw a hand at me and walk off like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm supposed to fucking know what you talking about. You in my country. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we got black people to say, well, I'm gonna go to Africa. Well, take your ass on to Africa. I'm staying right here. I'm staying in America. I may go visit Africa, but I'm not trying to move to no Africa. I'm staying right here where I was born, which is the United States of America. I was born in Alabama. And to see all these people coming over here in my space, in our country, on our soil, all in our way, you know, pisses me the fuck off. But I'll talk about that another day. I know I'm a little bit verbal with the, you know, with the profanity, but, you know, I'm just getting pissed off with all this, man. We got people sleepwalking, everybody trying to pretend like everything the same, everything normal. When food don't taste right, the air don't smell the same, the sky don't look right, the fucking sun white, you know what I'm saying? We got chemtrails all over the place. We got flooding going on everywhere, earthquakes and shit. We got all this fighting going on, you know, with these militaries. You know what I mean? We got all this shit going on all over where everybody walking around sleepwalking, man. I'm not no fearful person at all. But these are some troubling times. You know, they want to take our damn money away. They want to take away what we say. They want to take away what we're able to do. They want to take away how we travel. They want to take away how far we can travel. You know, and with this digital currency also, you know, will come these 15-minute cities, these 25-minute cities, and all this. And, you know, they have your cities sectored off or sectioned off to where you have to have a certain type of paperwork to go to another 15-minute city or 25-minute city. This shit is getting ridiculous. Shit is getting ridiculous, man. And with this digital currency that they trying so hard to force up on us, you know, I mean, it's crazy the amount of power that they'll have. I mean, they will actually have the ability, they will have the ability to shut you out of the economy completely at will. They'll have the power to fix it to where you won't be able to buy or sell. It's making it seem like this digital currency thing is becoming more like the mark of the beast, which is a whole nother show. Also, there's so much to talk about, man. That's why I feel like my show is necessary, and I know I'm gonna meet a whole lot of challenges. I know that YouTube gonna probably try to take this channel down eventually, but then I'll start it up again. I'll have to keep going, and if it comes to that, I'll figure out a way to get the word out, and I'll keep going for those who want to hear my information, because I'm telling y'all, man, this gonna catch my channel. I will bring subscribers to my channel. I will have a platform of listeners and doers. You know what I mean? And the reason why I said it, because I know it's a lot of people out there that feel the same way I feel, and that's why I'm gonna persevere. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking, you know. And if I fall flat on my face and I don't make it nowhere with this channel, well, at least I tried. Yeah, but I'm like I said, it's not gonna be short-lived. I'm gonna put a hell of an effort into this, and I'm gonna keep going. And I speak on that all the time because it be on my mind a lot, because I'm really trying to reach people. Like, this is very important to me. Like, this really means a lot to me, and I know that there's people that know me, you know, from my hometown, my home state, that they are intentionally not supporting me because they too fear me to have power and get stronger and stronger, because once I get positioned and I get in you know, where I want to be with this, then I'll be able to empower and enlighten. I'll be able to empower others, and they'll also have the ability to enlighten other people and empower them as well. That's my goal. And I do this. It's on my heart. It's like I have to do this. So I feel like this is a calling, and I'm going to keep going with it. And if I perish in the process, just know I tried and rock my music. That's all I got to say. You know, and not only with this, not only will you not be able to buy or sell, and this should piss everybody off when I tell you this part, because I'm really big on this. You know, dealing with this digital currency, I won't be able to do this, and so that means that you're gonna be able to keep me where you want to keep me. I ain't feeling it. I feel like I'm gonna fuck around and starve to death. You know, dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna fuck around and starve to death. And what I'm about to tell you is that with this digital currency that they're coming with, you won't be able to save money. You won't be able to save a goddamn thing. And whatever you don't use within the government set time frame or a certain date, you lose.
It will be use or lose it type situation. As you might already know, expiration dates would make it virtually impossible for you to save your digital currency for future use. It will become worthless on a date that is defined by its issuer.
So say for instance, they give you got $1,000. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck they gonna do this. Like, are they just gonna give you money? They just gonna take care of everybody? How the hell you gonna just control people's money? You just gonna just give people money then say you can and can't do this with? Because I'd be damned if you gonna just take my money. You know what I'm saying? Just do the hell. Just tell me what the hell you gonna do with my money. Well, that's your money. You wouldn't work. Give it to me. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of. Oh, you ain't doing this. Well, I'm keeping on. Man, that's bullshit. That's gonna cause somebody to get their ass whooped. That's gonna cause some people to get their neck broke and ass kicked. You know. That's gonna cause a whole bunch of people to get active out this bitch. Y'all can't be playing with folk money like this and playing people's lives. What the fuck wrong with y'all, man? Government don't lost their mind. That's why I know it's something else infiltrating these governments all around the world. Because everybody's on dumb shit at the same time. And it's all stemming from the World Economic Forum. But you gotta ask yourself, who the fuck is over them? You know? You gotta ask yourself that, man. That's a question that cannot go ignored and unanswered. You know? I mean, I know I mean, we can say the devil, but shit, the devil can really do whatever the hell he want to do whenever he get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's seeming like. You know, you got this LGBT, ABDCF, all that shit, you know what I mean, going on. You know what I'm saying? They want to force this on everybody. It's like we don't have no choice no more. That's why I say I'm not going to make it out here like this, man. Because I'm the type of man, I'm a goddamn man, bro. You're not going to be telling me, nigga, you know what I'm saying, what I can and can't do. The fuck, I'm grown as fuck. I look like. Yeah? You come to me telling me what I can and can't do, what I can and can't say, where I can and can't go. You know, I'm going to speak my mind. And I'm going to defend myself. And I'm not falling for no okie doke. Ain't nobody going to come make me no bitch, no slave, or none of that. No kind of way. You ain't going to pimp me. You ain't going to bitch slap me. Now, like I said, you come here and like, you know, hopefully I've been on Paris by then. Hopefully by then, God, don't call my number before it gets to this level they're trying to get it to. But if it's right around the corner, then if I'm still living, then I'm just telling you, I'm a warrior. I'm going to fight. I'm not going to just lay down. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to take that. I want to be able to plant my damn seeds. I want to be able to grow my own food. I'm planning on getting me a couple of hogs, some chickens. You know what I'm saying? I'm planning on giving me some shit. And I don't want nobody coming telling me I can't goddamn go out there and, you know what I'm saying, take my cow and have it. Yeah, I'm planning on giving me some cows too. And have my cow slaughtered so I can have me some food. You're not going to tell me I can't do that. Because if you do, that's going to cause a goddamn fight in my house. That's going to cause a fight, and I may not live to see the end of that day. That's how serious I am about this. You know what I mean? You got this stuff, you want to force this gay stuff on people, man. Come on, bro. I don't knock nobody for for how the way they are. Well, I'll be damned if you just gonna force stuff on people like this, man. This shit ain't right. It's like they want everybody to go to hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean no offend nobody, man. But this shit just ain't right. You know, with this digital currency, the best way to defeat it is to you just got to buy some gold. That's the best way to beat it. You just got to buy some gold. Because with gold backs the fact that you have currency. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody control that. And money was like, it's like that still now, but the U.S. dollar is losing value mighty quick all over the world because it's 114 countries already that's trying this out, and Jamaica being one of them. I want to say Nigeria is also one of them, you know, and we got Dominican, is one of them. You know, there's people trying this already. 114 countries, and the United States is they're doing a pilot program right now, so they're secretly trying this thing, and we don't know. Maybe it could be shit. It could be by way of Cash App. I really don't know how they doing. Well, it can't be Cash App because the owner of Cash App, his life was taken from him not too long ago. But I don't really know what method they're using right now in Tribe. Maybe they're just looking at the uses of how people are using the Cash Apps and Chime cards and whatnot. Maybe I don't know how they're doing it, but some kind of way they're doing the research on us. But see, I'm doing research on them to research how they're doing research on us. So I have information on that soon. Because, you know, if you two don't take this channel down, I'm talking about digital currency. Every time I'm talking about something that can really wake people up, they don't bother me. But I noticed the other night I was talking about women twerking and black men with guns and shit in Chicago. They didn't have not one thing to say. And I did that video. You know, yeah, that's truly a concern of mine. But I also did that video to see how YouTube would react to it, since they react to everything else. You can't say nothing about the jibby jab. You know, you can't say shit about nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's gonna help save people, they all want to shut it down. It's an agenda going on in this world, people. I'm telling you that right now. Something going on that's real sinister, and these people trying to get shit of us, man. They're trying to get rid of us. They're trying to in my opinion, from the research and the stuff that I've obtained, the factual information that I've obtained, it's seeming to me that they're on a mission to populate. They're trying to control the population for one, which they are doing. That's why so much strange stuff is going on. The government do have ability to seed clouds. They can seed the clouds and make it rain. You know, they have the ability to seed clouds with silicone and make it rain. They can make it flood. They can make it. They have the ability with this program that they have up in Alaska. They can shoot energy up into the atmosphere. I'm talking about a ton of electric energy up into the atmosphere to bounce off. They can aim and direct this wherever they want it to go. And when it bounces off the atmosphere, it got to come back down and it hits the earth, right? And when it hits the earth, it causes an earthquake. Earthquake. And they can cause earthquakes in the ocean. You know what that cause tsunamis when you have an earthquake in the ocean. So it's a lot of stuff they got going on. And once again, that's why I tell y'all, like, I got a lot of juicy topics, but I do got to hurry up and open up my account on Rumble so that my information won't get stopped. But I have heard that they have a system, a program system that's coming out of Europe that it's going to be used worldwide to where they're going to control every platform.
The EU is sending threatening letters to Elon Musk telling him to control his platform. Joe Rogan notes that Canada is controlling podcasts in an unprecedented way. And you know the government wrote to YouTube about demonetizing this channel. So what do we do about this global crackdown on free speech? And who are we going to say anything to?
So, before long, Rumble won't be no good. YouTube definitely won't be no good. My channel probably will get reduced to me just talking about just average shit that YouTube don't really care about, and, shit that's got the world stuck. But I really don't plan on ever moving like that. But that's what it seems like it's reducing me to. So, even though I'm bringing this information, I'm still trying to keep my channel going, and if they do decide when this stuff does take place with this thing out of Europe that they got that's gonna control all these platforms, it's control what you say, what you do, this, that, and the third. And I think they're finna get more physical with this. I think they're gonna start trying to incarcerate people and fine people over the things that you do on the internet. So I know that this will be probably short-lived with me having the ability to give you information. But if it does become like that, do believe that I will have something that will be helpful. I will have some content that will be helpful for you. I will, have something because I do think a lot. And so I got, like I said, I got a ton to share with you. And it ain't just, stuff dealing with, these mean motherfuckers that's running the world, that's got all this money. There's other things that I do want to talk about. So like I said, just, if you can fight against this thing, if they put us in a position to stand up against it, I advise each and every last individual that's breathing and on 2 feet and have good health to stand and fight against this, because once they put this in place, there won't be no turning back from this. We'll be stuck in a system of slavery and mind control and control of the tongue, and our ability to move around. That's why everything's going like it's going. That's why they talking about these EVs and shit, So, if you don't have the right to grow no food and slaughter no animals, it's going to be a problem, and they cannot implement this unless they have the ability to take away, people's guns. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on another touchy topic, but I'm talking about guns. See, YouTube don't want you really talking about much of shit, but I'm gonna talk. So let's say this. I'll just tell you about the digital currency. So if it comes down to that, them doing that, and people just don't want it. People say, okay, well, they got me where I can't buy nothing, I can't sell nothing, so let me get out here and get me some seeds and let me see if I can't, go do some work for somebody and get me some animals, and have my own little thing going so I can sustain myself. And if you have a significant other, you and your significant other, and if you have a family now, you really got to go hard. And then they come in, want to shut you down on that because they want to say, your carbon footprint, climate control, shit like that. And here they come. So that's why I say I think that everybody should have the right to bear arms.
Someone from Ohio, why do we have guns? Why do we have the Second Amendment? Is it to hunt? Sure. Self-defense? That's even more important. But the fact is, you read the founders, Federalist 46, James Madison, contrasts us with the tyrannical governments of Europe who are, quote, afraid to trust the people with arms. Joseph Story, in his commentaries on the Constitution in 1833, quote, the right of the citizens to keep and bear arms has justly been considered as the palladium of the liberties of a republic, since it offers a strong moral check against the usurpation and arbitrary power of rulers, and will generally, even if these are successful in the first instance, enable the people to resist and triumph over them. We have a Second Amendment because we understand in this country that there are some things, inalienable rights, that you cannot justly take away from a free and equal human being. Tyrants disarm the people they intend to oppress.
I feel like everybody should have a right to protect themselves. And if you've done some wild, violent, stupid shit, then of course you shouldn't have a gun. If you got a history of, just doing reckless stuff with weapons and guns, you shouldn't have a gun. And if your mental state is at the point to where, you just snapping and going off all the time, you seeing shit and shit, you don't need a gun. You know what I'm saying? But if ain't nothing wrong with you like that, you scrape money, you know what's going on, I think you should have it. You know what I'm saying? Though I said the people that I just mentioned shouldn't be able to have a firearm, I still think they should be able to get any weapon of their choice other than a firearm. Because, like I said, everybody should be able to protect themselves. But first and foremost, I think everybody should have a gun.
Mr. Roy, seek recognition.
Strike the last word.
That the gentleman is recognized.
Well, as the gentlelady on the other side of the aisle knows, I too live in Texas. Raised my son, daughter to respect firearms. We shoot them frequently on our property. We shoot semi-automatic weapons on my property. I teach my children how to use them safely. I teach them what they're used for, why we have the ability to have firearms. And yes, we use it for hunting. My son shot his first deer.
Would the gentleman yield for a question?
Briefly.
Yeah, very question. What do you use semi-automatic weapons for?
I use semi-automatic weapons to kill hogs. I use semi-automatic weapons for sport and shooting on our property, but I also have semi-automatic weapons, and I'm getting to the point.
Thank you.
Because a semi-automatic weapon is a weapon that you can use for self-defense. It is a semi-automatic weapon that you can use to defend yourself against home invaders, but also, let's be clear, against tyranny. The gentlelady is talking about the Second Amendment in the context of hunting, as if my rights are reduced in the Constitution to a 410 or a single shot or lever action 22, as if that was what was expressly put forth as how we're supposed to be defending ourselves.
Yield again?
And let me go ahead and finish my time, sir, unless we want to add more time.
Very, very quickly, question.
I need more time. Will the gentleman give me another 30 seconds?
Yes.
I'll yield.
You said that you could use a semi-automatic weapon to fight tyranny.
Sure.
You mean you'd use it against American troops?
The very existence of the Second Amendment is designed purposefully to empower the people to be able to resist the force of tyranny used against them to step over their natural rights given to them by God. That is why the Second Amendment exists.
You know what I mean? I think everybody should have a gun. God gave us that right. And I stand firm with anybody that stands strong against anybody that's trying to disarm us out here. You know what I mean? Because you never know. The way things are going now, you just absolutely positively never know when you'll need protection.
Man says he grabbed his gun and scared the group of men off. What he didn't expect is gunfire was exchanged. This all was caught on surveillance cameras. Fox 5 reporter Eric Perry is live outside the home in Clayton County. So, Eric, what happened?
Yeah, Tom, Christine, honestly, what happened, that group of men picked the wrong house code to try to burglarize here. You can see the evidence on this BMW from that shootout, just riddled with gunfire. That man said he just wanted to make sure his wife was protected.
I don't want to die at home. I survived Afghanistan and everything else, and to die at home in my own yard.
The goal for Whitfield Smith was to protect his family and home early Monday morning when he noticed a group of men on his Ring camera.
I'm noticing a young man running from my neighbor's yard across my front lawn into the middle of the street to meet up with two other gentlemen.
One of the men made a near fatal decision.
Sprints of my driveway. I can see on camera that he's hunched down, wearing a gray hoodie, and he's got some kind of firearm in his hand. He reaches to try to get into my BMW that's in the driveway. The door's locked. Grab my rifle, head outside.
With flip-flops, pajama pants, and no shirt, this veteran went to war to protect his wife who was hiding inside.
Boom, 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 boom. There was one gentleman that was on the other side of the trees, and the main protagonist was right here using my truck as a shield.
At one point, he kicked off his flip-flops, races inside, puts on clothes, and comes back out. He says he didn't have time to be afraid. Only time to act.
I didn't think that they'd be shooting at me and I'd be hearing bullets whiz.
Shit is crazy out here. Shit is absolutely positively crazy out here, you know. So, you know, when I take you back, you know, and I was talking about, you know, the World Economic Forum, you know, them saying that we will own nothing to be happy. You know, can you imagine not having nothing and being happy? I remember growing up as a kid, when we had nothing to eat in the house, you know, but my mama had a car, we had a roof, I had clothes, we had water, we had lights, we had all that, but we didn't have no food. You know, there was just one thing that was lacking, and I wasn't happy. So just imagine you not having nothing and being happy. I don't see how that could be possible. You know, unless the government has some type of secret mind control program that they are, you know, trying to implement or have already started and working on. I don't know. But I know I've been noticing strange things. My ears don't normally ring, man, and I've been hearing little rings and shit. You know, this little weird stuff. My phone be doing weird stuff. I mean, I could have swore, man, like not too long ago, I was on, what was I at? I want to say I was on YouTube. And it felt like somebody else was controlling what I was doing. Like, I was trying to, you know, scroll and look here and look there. And then it's like, you know, where I was trying to scroll to, it's like somebody else was taking over and scrolling to where they wanted to scroll to. Like, it was just weird, man. And my phone be making these weird little noises sometimes when I be on them. I don't know, man. I be getting these weird phone calls. People call my phone and won't say nothing. Then I call the number back, and the number will never ring. It just won't ring. It'll just say calling. It'll never connect. Or if a number call me and I call it right back, the number disconnected. Like, you know, it's just been a lot of weird stuff going on. And you know, I really want to get deep with y'all right now, but this really ain't the show for it, you know. But the moment gotta be right for it, you know, for me to really just get real deep. Because at the same time, you can obtain too much information. And I do think I have too much information. And when you feel like that, or you know you have too much information, you can't just regurgitate it to everybody. You can't do it because too much information, too much information can make you seem crazy. People think you a lunatic, you know. And the reason why I say that because the information will be unbelievable, and especially if you've seen something that they haven't seen. You know, it's hard to tell them about it because they're not going to believe it, because it's hard for people to grasp or understand or wrap their head around something that they never experienced or seen themselves. You know, it's like if you've never been to the ocean before, you can't never explain the magnitude of its ability to take your breath. You know what I'm saying? Until you go to an ocean and you really just look out there and you really can understand how great and beautiful and big this earth is. Or a mountain, you know. You can try to explain a mountain to a person, and if they've never been there, it's hard for them to wrap their heads around it. So, you know, but that's information that you can share because they know mountains exist. They know the ocean exists. But when you try to share other things that they don't understand or don't realize or believe exist, it's hard to talk to them. They'll sit there and act like they'll listen to you because they're taking it in to go tell somebody else because they're going to talk about your ass and call you crazy. So, you know, y'all just got to rock me for a while before I get off into that. And furthermore, I want my audience to grow a little bigger because I do have stuff I want to share with people. You know, they're just the type of person I am. And then, you know, when I do my shows, I try to come on here and I try to make it worth your time. I try to make them well over 40 minutes if I possibly can. You know, because sometimes I speed through my topics. And I'll have to sit and chop it up, but that's what I be wanting to do a lot of the times, you know. But what y'all think about that digital currency thing, you know? Is that something that y'all really want to, you know, be dealing with, you know? Because I'm going to tell y'all about me personally. You know, it come down to that digital currency. They can try whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. They can try to regulate whatever they want. But they get to messing with my money and shut my money down. Yeah, I got to, we're going to have to get down. We're going to have to get down because I'm not going to just stand there and let a motherfucker take a spoon or a fork out my mouth, especially when I'm hungry. You're not going to come to my house and kick no holes in my ceilings and my walls and let it rain on me, you know, just because I didn't do something that you want. Because one thing about it, don't nobody control nobody on this earth. The parents don't even control their kids. You know, you do when they're young. But when you get to doing wild stuff to your children, then you lose control because somebody gonna come in there and take it. But other than that, don't nobody got no control over nobody. You know, just like when they talk about races, you know, when they talk about when they get down to the black people, they want to use the terminology minority. Do you know what a minority is, or should I say, do you know what a minor is? A minor is a fucking kid. So they really look at us like we kids because of the way we carry ourselves. You know, we got the grown men walking around with their drawers hanging out their ass. You know, they look at that like it's childish. Then you got the grown women going around here talking all stupid and dressing all crazy. They looking at that like it's childish. And even before then, you know, they was calling us this. You know what I'm saying? Because they want us to feel like, you know, they was over us. They want us to feel that way. Now, we're beginning to really look that way. We act like children. You know, we act childish. You know, we get turned on. Like artists of any kind in the black community can come out with a saying that everybody like, and then, you know, everybody be saying it. Just like when Rich Homie Quan came out, and he was talking about damn, what was that little saying he said? Some type of way. Everybody started saying, you got me feeling some type of way. I could not go on Facebook without seeing somebody saying that. I woke up feeling some type of way today. Y'all said that shit till you couldn't say it no more. It's like every time somebody come out with something, black people quick to follow that fad. But when we trying to, when you got people like me out here, you know, other people trying to wake you up, we can't even get your attention. And if we do get your attention, we got to be giving you something free. It's got to be something free, or like some money, or something that you find to be attractive. And it's sad because that's going to continue to keep us stuck And in my last episode, I was referring to how, we got all these wars going on in the world right now. Every race is fighting one another except for really black people. And because of that, this is our opportunity to take over. But we so childish and stuck on stupid and worrying about what this next motherfucking artist gonna say or do, or these rap bitches that's out running around like a group of hoes, you know what I'm saying, doing all this old funky ass dancing every damn well with all this foul, vulgar language. I always talking about the private parts all the time. I always want to act like what they got is golden, when their shit probably smell like goddamn fish factory or a crab ball. And you got these dudes running around here bragging on what they got. And probably walking around with a little Vaina in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? But everybody acting like this, they just dead in the third. You got all this energy to do all this foolishness, but ain't got no energy to stand up and do something that makes sense. It breaks my heart. And then, we got this new topic. I have this new thing I do every week now. I add a little something extra to it. And that guy is Joe Biden. You got to be, black people, we got to be careful about who we keep following and stuff. And I don't know why we so in love with the terminology Democrat. Sometimes we don't even look at what the politicians be saying. I say we because I'm talking about my people. I'm not talking about myself. My people will sit here and won't even listen to nothing the damn Democrat is saying. A lot of times Democrats be talking slick over your head. Black people don't be catching it. They just be sleepwalking to the fact that they're a Democrat. And no matter what a Democrat say, they going to rock with it. But I'm going to let you know right now, those Democrats are destroying the country. These black women they got in office is destroying the country. They're saying all the wrong things and they're doing all the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep going after Donald Trump. Yeah, I get it. You want to keep going after Donald Trump. But I don't really see nothing he did for nobody to keep bugging him about. We got bigger fish to fry here, man. Ain't worrying about Donald Trump and his property and his... It gets exasperating, man. It really does. It gets exasperating at times. We got Joe Biden. One of the most dirtiest men on the planet of the earth. You got him. You got his son doing all type of wild shit. With these rich people all overseas, and then you got Joe Biden want to lie about everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling y'all right now, Joe Biden is the most corrupt person to ever take office or be in Senate in the United States. Period. You know what I mean? And you don't gotta let me tell you he corrupt. He'll tell you himself.
Making process. To start the testimony for the evening, I call Senator Biden of Delaware.
Senator Biden, welcome to the Advocates.
Thank you. Good to be here. Senator Biden, it's nice to have you here. As the youngest member of the Senate, the one, therefore, who may expect the longest career there, I wonder if you'd say to us, since it's clear that you're not corrupt and you got elected, why should people think that the system produces corrupt results when there you are?
Well, I'm not sure you should assume I'm not corrupt, but thank you for that, though. The system does produce corruption, and I think implicit in the system is corruption.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Corruption. And then not only that, you got Joe Biden talking about some him and Hillary Clinton disguising saying black people with saying super predators. I truly feel in my heart they were referring to black men and black teenage boys when they was saying super predator, and they was referring to black women too if they had our backs in any situation. They started a war on drugs. They started a war on black people. I'm gonna say that one more time. When they started a war on drugs, they started a war on black people, because the war on drugs was basically started when, the epidemic with the crack epidemic came along, and it started way back in, it started in California in like the mid 70s or something like that. It started like close to late 80s, early 80s or something. And, you know, that's when they declared a war on drugs. And basically, it was just a war on black people. You know, it was over in California, knocking people's doors down and stuff, you know, hurting people, killing people, all that type of shit, you know. And I look around now, and no offense to nobody because I'm not a racist person. Now I look around now, and I see mostly, you know, white people sprung out. Now they want to call it something else, you know. Now it's not a war on drugs, no, and now it's an epidemic. It's just a sad epidemic, you know. But when it was black, well, people, you know, dealing with crack cocaine and on crack cocaine, you know, they took the addicts straight to jail right along with the dope boys, and wasn't selling it. Now, if you on heroin or fentanyl or some shit like that, they taking your ass straight to get help, you know, and you're not going to jail. Now the dealer, they getting dealer now. They take the dealer down, but it ain't really no war on them motherfuckers like it was, you know, back in the day. And they ain't upholding them because, you know, back then was wrong just like now is wrong. But if you're gonna be physical with one group of people, be physical with them all. And mind you, not, and the white people not the main people that's on that. There's a lot of people on it, but I've seen mostly white people that's on it. That's why I say that. And, you know, if I'm being wrong in what I say, please forgive me. Like I said, I'm not a racist person. I'm just stating what I've seen. You know, so you got Hillary and Joe Biden saying this stuff, you know, and here's the footage of that.
They are not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heel.
We have predators on our streets. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society. There's about 100,000 of them, if you want to be rhetorically extreme about it, who are the predators. There's 100,000 real bad apples out there. 100,000 of the kids you read about in the front page of the newspaper every day.
So me personally, when it all come down to it, I don't go with no Democrat, you know, because he's a Democrat. You know, I don't go with no Republican because he's a Republican or independent or liberal or none of that because of what they are. I go by what you're talking about, and what you're talking about making sense. And I always look for a benefit for my people. You know, they got to help us. You know what I mean? They got to help my people. There's too many of my people out here running around that really need to get themselves off the ground. You know, they talking about you know reparations or whatnot, just then and third. You know, and even though if we get it, I feel like a lot of black people gonna fuck it up. But, you know, if you do, you fuck it up. But if they gonna give us that, I wish they would, because there's a lot of black people out here that's gonna do the right thing with it. And me, myself, being one. You know, because all I've ever wanted was to, you know, help people that needed something, you know. And this just that's why I want to be blessed. You know, a lot of times I kick myself in my ass because I was a hell of a football player, and I just didn't do it, man. I just didn't have that system to push me. You know, I had people saying I was good, this, that, and third, but I just need that one person to just be on my ass constantly. You know, but I didn't have that. And then on top of that, I ended up getting a kid early. You know, that led to me getting a kid, you know. And if I had stuck with that, I know I'd be, you know, pretty rich and wealthy and comfortable by now. And I have generational wealth, you know, because I would have did the right thing with it. And I would have accumulated generational wealth. And I just get angry a lot of times because I let that slip through my fingers, man. You know, I let that slip through my fingers. You know, so, but this is where I'm at now in life. You know, I can't beat myself up over that. This is where I'm at now in life. Evidently, God wanted me to do something else, and I'm going to do something else. You know. I'm going to do something else. You know. And I think that'll be good. I think that'll be good. You know. And that's this. You know. So, you know, That's why, man, just forgive me. I lost my train of thought there, man, because I started reminiscing in my mind. So that's why I go so hard, man. I go hard for, a number of reasons. And one being that, if I see a kid or, something like that has an opportunity to get somewhere in life, my thing is I try to build them up. I try to tell them, I try to keep them on the right track. If I see they about to go off that bad baby, because I try to be that person to them that I didn't have, that I desperately needed. So a lot of times when I do stuff, I do it for a reason. When I started doing my music, I did that, to help me, get my mental state back right. I was going through some stuff, health-wise. But then I kept going because I wanted to be an inspiration to people who wanted to do it. I didn't want age to be a factor to an older guy that wanted to go out and rap. I didn't want them to be ashamed to do it. Because of their age. People try to say, hip hop or rap music is a young man's sport. I say you telling a goddamn lie. Because every man that rapped when he was young that is now old, remember, he was once young. And Jay-Z is well in his 50s, and you can't sit here and tell me he's whack. So rap music is not a young man's sport. Because I'm a 50-year-old man, and I can whoop any of these young cats' ass out here with these bars and lyrics. Because I'm just that good with it. That's my calling, that's my blessing. And like I said, I did it. One of my reasons why I kept doing it was because I wanted to inspire older guys. And not only that, I wanted to inspire younger people that, looked up to me. Or if it took an older guy to inspire a younger person to make them say, well, shit, if he can do it, I can do it. That's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? But I'm confident in what I do, and I'm thankful for the ability that I do have. And and my motivational speech for this show is very, 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 very simple, but it might be hard to do. I just want to motivate people to drink more water, eat more fruit and vegetables, eat more fish. I just want to encourage people to, I want to encourage and motivate people to, exercise more. I want to encourage people and motivate people to be more kind to one another. Like I said, kindness and respect will take you a long way. I just want to motivate you to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Start out with your health. Every morning when you get up, wash your face. Start with your health. Drink you a glass of water every morning. Drink you a glass of water at least, like every 3 hours. Drink you a glass of water. If you got fruit around, just nibble on it. I want to motivate everybody to take care of their health. And the reason why I want to motivate you to do that, and that includes stretching and jogging, is because you're going to need your health. Because when shit go left, and I do believe it's going to go left, you're going to need your ability to stand up for yourself. You're going to need your ability to fight. You might even need your ability to hunt or fish. Clean an animal after it's been, killed. Clean the fish after it's been caught. You just never know. So my motivational speech to everybody is drink more water, eat more fruit, eat more vegetable, and eat more fish, along with jogging and exercising and stretching. That's what I want to motivate everybody to do. And this show was a special episode because I missed a couple of weeks and I made a promise, and I like to try to keep my promises. I didn't get a chance to do 2 videos this weekend, but I'm gonna try to squeeze another one in. The episode 10 will air this Wednesday. the 25th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern and 7 o'clock p.m. Central. It will air. So we'll do episode 10, and I'm getting to work on that immediately. So there won't be no slacking with that. And I hope everybody enjoyed this show. This was a show like I said, I did it from my heart. I wanted to go ahead and give you guys something extra because my thing is I like to make you feel real comfortable when you watch my show. I know you notice that it's be kind of quiet, and you might hear that little something in the background, but that's just my projector because I got my little lights. You see my little green dots. I like to turn my projector on when I get ready to do my podcast. I actually keep it on a lot. I just turn it off really when I come in here and I start recording my music that I'm working on for my album. I turn it off, but for the most part, I have it on. But it's about the only time it be noisy. I like for it to be very pleasant and peaceful when you watch me because I'm a pleasantly peaceful guy unless you piss me the fuck off. Other than that, I'm cool. I'm laid back, and I want it to be very inviting and comfortable to you. You know what I'm saying? When my show come on, I want you to be in the bed, comfortable, or on your recliner, or laying on your couch, or wherever. I want you to be comfortable, have everything you need, so you can sit back and enjoy the show. And I was gonna try to make this an hour and a half long, but I'm gonna try to make the one I do Wednesday an hour and a half. I ain't gonna make no promises, y'all. I'm gonna try my best to do it because sometimes the topics I just blow through my topics. It be short lived, but I'm gonna try to have it to where I can have it a little bit longer. I don't want to be too long to where you don't want to watch it, so I try to keep it. I don't want to go really over an hour and a half. I really don't want to go over an hour. I'm trying to keep it where it's set, so you guys sit there and enjoy it. Because if something is too long, you tend to lose your it start losing value to you. You start losing interest, and then you just be like, you go to something else. And I don't want it to be like that. So be expecting episode 10 Wednesday, 7 o'clock p.m. Central, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Episode 10. Haven't came up with a topic yet, but best believe it will be a good topic. I'm going to make this a very good show for you guys. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And with that being said, take care of one another, love one another, look out for one another, and just don't do each other. Don't do each other dirty, man. If you got a problem with a person, my suggestion or advice would be to try to talk it out with them, because we're all adults in this, and the only way we're gonna turn this around now in our communities, we got to start being adults. And acting like an adult, or I should say acting like, because you can be an adult and not act like one. You know what I'm saying? So besides being an adult, act like one. Let's turn this around, people. We can do it, man, because we got to stop looking the way we looking out here, man. It's not a good look so far. And with that being said, man, until Wednesday, I'm out.